Hi guys, my name is Marielle, and for today's video we are actually going to do a little bit of a warm-up. A lot of the videos that I have created for you guys before kind of jump straight into the sequences that I've been working on. So for today we are going to start at the very beginning with a nice warm-up, and I'm going to have us start in a comfortable seated position. So finding a nice cross-legged seated position, grounding through the sitting bones, finding length through the spine, maybe placing your hands on your knees. A lot of times they say that if you're looking to get a little bit more grounding, that you should bring your palms facing down, and if you need a little bit more energy, then you can take the palms facing up. But just allowing yourself a moment here in your seated position to maybe gently close the eyes, start to bring your awareness within. Allow yourself to start to take some nice deep inhales and exhales through the nose, noticing how the body starts to move with your breath, starting to breathe length into each and every vertebra, rising through the crown of your head, and then grounding through your sitting bones at the same time. So feeling that duality that happens in yoga. Working with your breath, allowing yourself to set an intention for your practice, offering up your practice to someone you love or someone who needs it. Always being mindful that if that person is you, that's fine too. And then just gently blinking the eyes open. We're going to start by inhaling, sweeping the arms all the way up. Find length through the fingertips, but continue to ground through the sitting bones. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that right forearm down towards the ground and reach that left arm across us. As that right forearm comes down towards the ground, continue to push the ground away with your palm, trying to make sure that the left sitting bones stay connected to the ground, lengthening through that left side, maybe taking your gaze up. Nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, release both hands down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Once again, finding length through the fingertips. And as you exhale, left forearm comes down as the right arm reaches across. Even though you're trying to get that forearm, that elbow down towards the ground, keep pushing with that left hand so that you can find that right hip, that right sitting bone drawing down towards the ground, and then continue to lengthen through the right arm, getting a nice stretch as you inhale. And then exhale, releasing the arm back down. Once again, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. As you inhale, I want you to open up the chest, take your gaze up. As you exhale, start to round through the spine. Draw your chin to your chest. Allow the elbows to draw in towards one another. Inhale, open up the chest. Elbows reach wide. And as you exhale, round through the spine. Draw the chin to your chest. Once again, inhale, lift, and exhale. Draw it all in, getting a nice stretch through the back. Inhale, come back through center. Release the hands. You're going to roll over the knees, plant your hands, make your way into a tabletop position. So making sure that the shoulders are over the wrists, the knees are under the hips, drawing the navel in, finding that flat spine, pushing the ground away, protracting the shoulders a little bit. And we're going to start working through some cat-cows. So as you inhale, allowing the belly to now sink, the tailbone and head go up as your gaze lifts. This is your inhale. As you exhale, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone round through the spine as you push the mat away from you. As you inhale, sink the belly, head and tailbone lift. Draw the palms towards the knees towards the palms. Feel a nice stretch through the abdominal wall as you exhale. Rounding through the back, tailbone and chin tuck in. Inhale. Find that lift. As you exhale, tuck it all in. As you inhale this time, I want you to tuck the toes under. Once again, dropping the belly, lifting the head and tailbone. As you exhale, start to round through the spine, but lift your knees up off of the ground. And we're going to hold here for 3, and for 2, and for 1. Release the knees back down. Find your neutral spine, so drawing the navel in, flat back. You're going to take that right leg out behind you. Reach the left arm out in front of you. Find length through the left fingertips, reaching away with the right toes. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, once again, rounding through the back, Draw the elbow towards your knee. Chin tucks in. Inhale, find length. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. This time, keep lengthening through the right leg, but allow that left hand to drop down. You're going to bend that right knee. Push the right heel up towards the ceiling, working through those cat-cows again, but this time engaging the glutes as you inhale. Drop the belly, push the heel as high as you can. Reach your head towards the ceiling as you exhale. Draw that knee in towards your chest as you round. Inhale, push the heel high, drop that belly. Exhale, round and crunch it all in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Inhale one last time. As you exhale, bring that knee in towards your nose. Can you reach it a little higher? Draw your heel towards your hip and then step that right foot between your hands. Start to sink your hips forward and down. Feel free to release your back toes. Continue to draw the feet towards one another. As you lower the hips down, start to find height as you lift the arms up. So as much as the lower half is grounding, the upper half is trying to find length. Your gaze goes up as you inhale. Keep sinking those hips nice and low, lengthening through the fingertips. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, plant the hands down. Step that right foot back. Find your tabletop position. We're going to take that left leg, reach it back behind you. Take the right arm in front of you. Option to keep the toes tucked or untucked. It's completely optional. Finding that neutral spine, you're going to exhale, round through the back, drop elbow to knee. As you inhale, length through the fingertips and left toes. Exhale, crunch it all in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. One more time, exhale, crunch. This time lengthening through that left leg, but lowering your right hand down. You're going to bend that left knee. Push the heel up towards the ceiling. So as you're moving through the cat-cows on the left side, as you inhale, sinking the belly, pushing the heel up, taking your gaze up as you exhale, rounding through your back, drawing that left knee in towards your nose, lifting it up as you inhale, push the heel high, exhale, round and crunch. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, draw it all in. One more time, we're going to inhale, reach it high. As you exhale, draw that knee in towards your chest. Can you reach it a little higher? Draw the heel up a little bit more and step that foot between your hands. Sink your hips down. Again, option to release the back toes. Keep drawing the feet towards one another, trying to eliminate as much weight as possible in that back knee. And start to lengthen through your fingertips, finding Anjaneyasana. So getting a nice stretch in the legs as you find length through the fingertips. Ever so slight back bend as your gaze goes up. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, hands come back down. Tuck the back toes under. This time I want you to step back into a plank pose. Find a strong plank pose. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Gaze towards the front of the mat, lengthening through the crown of the head. Pushing the heels towards the back. Draw the navel in. Push the ground away. Protract the shoulders. Engage the front of your legs, your outer thighs. Drawing the inner thighs in towards one another. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, lower your knees, your chest, and chin to the ground. And then slide forward onto your belly. Taking your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers. Drawing the palms towards one another, reaching, trying to straighten out through the elbows, but lifting the hands away from your bum. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your chest, your hands, and your feet. Now, option to keep the feet hip distance apart, especially if you have lower back pain, or you can bring the toes together, holding here for 3, and for 2, a little bit higher for 1, and releasing down to the ground. Plant your hands, tuck your toes. See if you can lift yourself up. So engage the knees, so lifting the knees off the ground, engaging the legs. Pushing into the palms of your hands, can you come back through your plank to make your way into your downward facing dog? Starting to walk your dog out, creating any movement necessary to eventually find stillness in downward facing dog. So whether it's swaying the hips, bending one knee, bending the other, shaking out the head, to then find stillness in your downward facing dog. On your inhale, you're going to reach the right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip, keep drawing the heel towards your bum. Try and engage that hamstring, reach the right knee a little higher as you square your shoulders off towards the front of the room. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, take your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Sink your hips down, open up your chest. Find a lizard pose here for a moment. If you want, you can use the back ball of the foot to draw circles. First in one direction, and then in the other. Taking a deep inhale here, coming back through center. I want you to step that left foot on the outside of your left hand. So making your way into a Asana Squat. Bringing your hands into prayer, heart center, using your elbows to push into the knees. Swaying from side to side, creating a bit of space. And then planting your hands, bringing your feet parallel to one another, and just find a nice forward fold. Option to take the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, reach the arms up and over. Releasing the head and neck. Being mindful of how in forward folds the hips tend to push back. So without toppling over, can you try to shift that weight forward a little bit into the toes, finding a deeper stretch in the backs of the legs. If your hands are interlaced, releasing them back down. Pointing the toes out ever so slightly, finding that Asana Squat once again. Planting your hands down on the ground, stepping your left foot back, stepping your right foot to meet it, and come straight back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg reaches high, bend the knee. Keep drawing that heel towards your bum, engage the hamstring, reach the knee a little higher, square off through the hips. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, step that left foot on the outside of your left hand. Sink your hips, open up the chest. Find a bit of stretch once again if you want to use the back ball of the foot to draw circles in one direction. And then the other. Coming back through center one more time, we're going to step into that Asana Squat. Bring your hands into prayer. Sway gently from side to side. We're going to take the right hand, so making sure that your elbow's on the inside of that right knee. Take your right hand down to the ground and just reach that left arm up, giving yourself a nice little stretch here, opening up through the left shoulder. And then coming back through center and changing sides. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up, give yourself a nice little stretch. Come back through center. Allow your hands to come down, feet parallel, straighten the legs. Once again, find that forward fold, maybe grabbing onto opposite elbows and swaying from side to side. Releasing your hands down, heel-toeing your feet back towards one another. We're going to gently bend the knees, draw the chin towards the chest, and roll ourselves all the way up to standing. Shoulders come up, back and down. Your hands come into prayer at heart center. And from here, you can start to move through your Surya A's and B's, and then join me for any one of the sequences that I've put up recently. I will be working on a cool down video as well, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching.